What it do, gang? Back at it again with another video, man. If you just not tuned in to the channel for the first time, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn that bell on. That way you get notified every time I drop one of these videos, man. But today, man, the video, man, I'm gonna talk to y'all a little bit, you know, and I know I haven't been posting, you know, like I should, but a lot of stuff just been going on, man. So I figured I at least owe y'all an explanation of why I haven't been posting like that, man. But as you can see, Coco right there, man. She's all good and healthy, man. Still finished dialing her in for the 2 types of fuels, and you know, just 93 and 109 race gas, man. Still staying on an unleaded setup. But what I want to talk to y'all about, man, is like, okay, so the reason why I really haven't been, it's been like it's probably been like a year, man, for real, since I raced my car. And so much stuff has happened in that year. And I feel like I owe y'all an explanation. Like, so basically, man, it all started back, like, okay, when I first changed the pulleys and stuff on my car, first set of injectors I used, I bought off a Hellcat for them, you know, and I got with a tuner. First I had the injectors put in, I had the pulley put on, and I still had a stock fuel pump, stock fuel rails, and I thought, okay, this is cool. Like, I can still use the stock fuel rails, stock fuel pump, cause, you know, I'm not pushing that much to the wheel, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got the injectors and stuff put in, didn't get them tested, none of that, man, just gave everything the benefit of the doubt. And so I ended up getting with a tuner, and I was just trying to take the cheat route, man, and you know, I just blew past everything. So I was racing this blue GT500 that y'all saw in my video when I was having fuel issues. The first time I noticed it, I was racing this Mustang, and I noticed my car started bogging down like when I go wide open throttle, and I was like, nah, that ain't good. But as long as I cruise and just not push the pedal to the floorboard, it wasn't doing that. So I ignored it. And then when I was racing the GT500, man, you know, I was like, man, something not right. And like I got my car dynoed, man. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, there's no way with this setup I should be making anything in the 6s at all. So the car was making like 680 something, 690, then I think like 7 something, like 704 or something to the tires. And I'm like, nah, that's not right. So comes to find out, my car was cutting fuel at 5,000 RPM. So the computer was telling my fuel pump to send X amount of fuel, but the fuel pump wasn't strong enough to, you know, keep up with the fuel demand. So at the time I didn't know it, so I changed the fuel rail out. And another thing was, you know, I wasn't holding fuel pressure. Fuel pressure was like 40 something and idling. Then like every time I hit the gas, it'll just decrease. And I'm like, nah, man. So fuel rails didn't work, and so that's when I went and upgrade to the Ford Innovation dual fuel pumps, right? So I got the Ford Innovation dual fuel pumps. I had the Ford Innovation high pressure fuel rails, and boom, no more fuel issues. Fuel pressure idling at like 53, 54, 55 PSI, wide open throttle, 90 plus PSI, good fuel pressure. All right, cool, on to the next problem. All right, so I never did get any more tires because the tires I wanted was on back order for the longest. Still hadn't got the drive shaft put in, right? So then it came with the tune. So then boom, I'm not gonna say the name of the tuner, but you know, I was in the tune, and I was just like, man, this car it doesn't feel like it's been tuned. You know, I just didn't feel right, man. And you know, I used to watch all high horse performance videos, and then so let me just say one thing. High horse performance is the people who's tuning my car now. Josh from HHP is tuning my car now. Feel what I'm saying? I didn't have him before, and because at first I started at prices, and I was like, I don't want to pay that much for a tune. But what's the good rule of thumb? You get what you pay for. And I've said this so many times, and yet I still didn't even do it. So I went with another tuner at first, whose name is not gonna be mentioned. And at the time, I was like, you know, this car just don't feel like it's worth. Like, it wasn't just. I don't know, man. All Josh HHP videos, like I saw Hellcat setups like mine, 285 pulley, 1050 or 1200 injectors, lead maker intake on pump 93, making like 760 to 770 hell, sometimes even 780 wheel off of pump gas. I'm like, okay, cool. That's what my car should be making off pump gas. And when they add race fuel to it and tune and, you know what I'm saying, give it some more timing, maybe like 820 or something like that to the wheel, right? So I wasn't getting any of that. And all the videos that HHP dropped was consistent. Like, it would be like, you know, between 760 to 780 on pump gas. But for the most part, all their videos were consistent. And I'm like, man, and all you hear talk about is tune, tune, tune. Everything Josh do is tune perfectly. And he's well known in the Mopar world for tuning. Great guy, man. So then I was like, you know what, now that I think about it, and I didn't even have a transmission tune with this other person. So I was like, man, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and bite the bullet. All right, boom. Let's get this tuner started. So before that, man, before I switched to HHP, the guy who was tuning my car at first, and I was sending him videos, I was like, hey, yo, man, my car is loping. It sounded like I had a cam in it. And it's just even like if I just have it in park, it just start loping. I'm like, nah, this don't, like, my car shouldn't be loping. So they thought the tuner was arguing with me, saying that, well, hey man, you have a vacuum leak or, you know, something like that. I'm like, bro, I don't have a vacuum leak. Like, my car was literally not doing this until I got my tune from you. So he sent another tune, still doing the same thing. I'm like, bro, like, something is going on. So he just kept insisting that I had a vacuum leak and there was nothing he can do and stuff like that. So I was just riding around, putting my car in park, and it sounded like I had a cam. People kept thinking my Hellcat was cam. I'm like, no, it's just a fucking bad tune. So, man, at that point, I was like, you know what? When it comes to tuning, fuel, I don't play around with this. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to bite the bullet and just pay this money to get my car tuned right. Hit up HHP, talk to Josh. It took about a month for them to get back with me once I paid, because for some reason, you know, I didn't know that I was sending to his email, but the email that I was sending it to was going to a old mailbox that, you know, he wasn't seeing or whatever. So, you know, after I called and got him on the line directly, he found my email, reached out to me with the correct email, and then the tuning process started from that point on. All right, so it took about, you know, 7 to 8 revisions to get, you know, the tune dialed in. But in the middle of that, my Diablo PCM and my Trinity handheld decided that it wanted to act a little finicky. Like, it didn't want to communicate with the PCM no more. You put it on run, it wouldn't even read. So I had to end up sending my PCM and my tuner device off to Diablo. They had to do something with it, reconfigure it, and send it back to me. All right, so then when they sent it back to me, all right, I tried to reload the tune that Josh sent me, and it would not load any custom engine tune. The only tunes it would load were transmission tunes. It would not load engine tunes. So man, after about 2, 3, 4 days of troubleshooting, man, Diablo finally said, hey, I figured I was wrong. You know, for some reason, your calibration stock file wasn't, you know, it wasn't, you know, on here. So they had to go get it manually and put it on there via email and send it back to me. So I put the calibration file on there and they fixed that issue. So then I had to read the backup off my engine and transmission again, then resend it to Josh, because all the tunes that he had made previously with that calibration file figured out that it wasn't going to work. So he just had to get the new engine and transmission backup file from this car from the new calibration, right? But yeah, I had to resend him the calibration file from my new previous backup. So he just rewrote the tune and we just pretty much picked up where we left off. So, all right, cool. That was one thing dialed in. So now what I have to do now is, you know, get the other fuel type dialed in, and then the car will be dialed in completely off of both fuel types. So, but to put a wrench And all of that, on top of me trying to do all this with the car, man, my wife 9 months pregnant, bro. So, you know, doctor appointments. So, and not only that, you feel what I'm saying? My civilian job, man, I've been working from home since 2020, right? And then now all of a sudden, I've been having to go back in the office, working 5 days a week in the office, man. So I'm trying to get back adjusted to that. My wife 9 months pregnant. So, you know, I've been going to doctor's appointments. I've been going to, you know, hospitals and, you know, having to do this and having to do that, you know, and it just took a toll on me, man. So I haven't really been able to do stuff to the car like, you know what I'm saying, like I should or that I need to have done. So it's like I'm having to do it piece by piece. It's gonna get done, but you know, and I be seeing all my other buddies out there racing their cars and they going to meets and stuff, you know. I wanna go, but at the end of the day, I gotta take care of the family first, man. So it just been a lot of stuff going on, man. And, you know, it was different situations that had the car sitting down, and I know I should have vlogged it, but man, y'all know how it is, man. When if y'all got a car maintenance down and you ain't trying to vlog, you ain't trying to do none of that. Oh, then make it so bad, I forgot the part that one of my bearings in my Supercharger needed to be replaced, so I had to take my blow off, send it to Joker's Performance, sent it back. They changed my bearings, sent it back, put it back on the blower, put the blower back on the block, and then for some reason I was having some other issues, and you know, so I had to send it back to them, and they were just like, just for the house, so they just rebuilt my Supercharger for free, and I just had to cover shipping, so I had to send it back, rebuilt my blower, sent it back again, had to put on. All right, now that's like another 2 or 3 weeks without a car. So fast forward, got the car back, blower and stuff on, was driving. One night I decided to go out and kick it with my other homeboys. One of them got a Mustang, one of them got a Hellcat. We was riding on the boulevard and I was just, you know what I'm saying, giving my homeboy a pull in the car. But I started smelling the smell of gas, man. Like the gas smell was just so strong. And at first I told my partner, I was like, nah, man, I ain't got no, because he said, man, you got a fuel leak? Like, nah, bro, I ain't got no fuel leak. He was like, man, you sure? And I was like, yeah, man. I just cut my cats off and it's just real loud. And he was like, okay. But then I started paying attention to my fuel level. Like I had just filled up that night. I had like 250 miles to empty. I only went 20 minutes down the road and now I'm at like 140 miles, 30 miles, 120 miles, 110 miles, 90 miles, 80 miles. 50 miles, 60 miles to empty. I'm like, it got to the point that I couldn't even hit the gas at all. The car just brrr. So luckily I was close enough to my neighborhood to let the car coast on down and park it in front of the driveway. Hopped out, switched cars, took him home. So I was like, man, let me go do some investigating. Came back, opened the hood, and I looked at it. It was, as soon as I popped the hood, you just see fuel leaking down everywhere. Fuel leaking, you know what I'm saying? And it was just not a good look, man. So the whole engine smelled like fuel. It was fuel everywhere, all on the top of the liner. Let me show y'all, man, hold on. Let me pop the hood. Like, it was crazy, man. Hold on. Like, dog, I had fuel all over here. You feel what I'm saying? It was fuel all up here. But yeah, man, like I was saying, so it was fuel all on this side. All up on there, just dripping down fuel. Fuel all over here. So I go over to this side of the engine block. It was no fuel right here. No fuel right there. So I'm like, okay, let's assess the situation. Fuel is only coming from this side. So let's assess it and let's see. Then I started looking, right? This fuel line right here, right? This fuel line right there. That's the fuel line that brings in the fuel and goes to the fuel rail. See this little white clip right here? This did not have that on it. Now, I don't know if it was during the process of the supercharger being put back on or what, but this clip just don't fly out. This clip had to be removed somehow. I don't know if it was intentionally or what, but this clip was not in this fuel line. So the fuel line, I can literally get my hand and move it back and forth like this. It was so loose. So that much pressure, all that pressure was making fuel leak and spill out everywhere. What I'm glad did not happen, you know, and my homeboy had brought to my attention, because if that shit would have hit my headers, oh, the car would have caught on fire. So I had to come park the car. Luckily, it was a Napa, so I'm on Google, I'm on all the Hellcat forums and everything, trying to find possible solution. You know what I'm saying? And luckily, somebody had a part number to that same clip, because they had that same issue. And the only people that sold that clip in the area where I live in is Napa Auto Parts. And the funny thing is, bro, they only had 2 clips left. So guess what I did? I got both packs. And I put that on there, and shoot, it held. And that was the problem. Fuel line was loose. Don't know how it got loose, man. So, man, as of right now, like I said, man, by my wife being 9 months pregnant, me having to, you know what I'm saying, help her out and do stuff around the house, and, you know, me be here at night, you know what I'm saying, taking care of her and stuff, man, during the daytime, after work, it slowed me down on the car process a little bit. And like I said, now my son gonna be here like in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks or so, man. So, you know, time gonna be definitely, you know, not on my side now, man. But, you know, I'm still gonna try to do as much as I can, record as many videos as I can, you know. But that's pretty much the reason why y'all really haven't. I mean, I still drive the car. I just haven't taken it out to the track or anything yet. And I say this every time I make a video, bro. Still ain't got the drive shaft put in yet. The drive shaft sitting right there. Still ain't got to put in yet. You know, still need to get some more tires. Like I said, y'all might look at these tires and say they good to go, but you know, these tires smooth, man. The wire showing on them. You know what I'm saying? The wire showing on them. They smooth. They about done, bro. But that's the reason why I haven't been racing my car. I drive my car. Y'all might see me drive around the city in my car, but you know, I haven't raced it yet. And it's a lot of people want my, I ain't gonna say that, it's gonna sound kind of homo. I was finna say a lot of people want my head right now, but pause, major pause. Well, a lot of people want action with my car right now, man. And I promise you, I'm gonna give it to them, man. You know, one thing about me, I'm not ducking. I'm not doing none of that, bro. I just, you know what I'm saying? Everybody live a different lifestyle. You feel what I'm saying? I work. I got a newborn kid, my first kid, pregnant wife. It's both our first child. So, you know, I got to be there for them first and foremost, man. So, but I just had to give y'all an update, man. So, this is why I haven't been racing my car. But, you know, things to be, you know what I'm saying? Things to be, you know what I'm saying, calming down a little bit after the baby get here. And after that, man, you know, I'll be posting more track videos, more racing videos and stuff like that. I'm going to try to get me a 360 camera. So, you know, I can get all angles of the gaps. Well, yeah, man. So I just be patient with me, man. I hope y'all still rocking with me. You know, please still support me. I appreciate it. I'm not going to be one of those people who just stop making content out of nowhere, because I worked hard to get to where I'm at. We almost at 5,000 subscribers, man. So, again, I appreciate y'all. Continue to support me, and we're going to continue to rock out, man. So, it's a wasp, man. I don't play with the motherfucker. But yeah, man, if you ain't did so already, man, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man. Hit that bell and turn the notifications on all, man, so you can get alerted every time I drop one of the videos, man. It's hot out here, dog, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, man, but I just had to give y'all a little update, so we out. You feel me?